We spend our time teaching our kids character qualities like loyalty, kindness, love, consideration, honor, respect. That way, when they do go out, and if they do start drinking, doing drugs, having sex, because you know they're going to experiment with those, we have a good quality human being out there that's loving and kind and caring and loyal and honest. So when they do that line of coke at a party, that selfishness that's been taught them all their life doesn't turn into them going and, trying to steal something. So it works to bring back teaching. Instead of calling it morals, call it, because morals can be anything, call it character qualities, and stop teaching your kid. If you have your kid in a church right now going through a 6-week program of celibacy, and for 6 weeks they're telling your kid, don't have sex, don't have sex, don't have sex, and if you sign on this contract, we're going to give you a ring, and you're going to walk across the stage, and all the parents are going to clap, I call bullcorn.
Well, let me stop you there. They actually have done a bunch of studies on that. And whereas it's not bad for parents to teach their daughters and sons, look, this is a serious thing. It produces babies. You don't want to get into abortions and kill your baby. You don't want to be destructive. You can get diseases. This is a loving thing and a special thing. Statistically, they don't go running around and have a bunch of sex. But you're right. They've done studies at these high schools and churches where they have them wear the rings, make a big deal out of it. All they're now thinking about is sex, and they found that the children that have done the celibacy classes are many times more likely to have sex, and the most destructive types of sex, because you're right, and that goes back to the Middle Ages with the chastity belts. Those people couldn't wait to have sex with whoever they could because they were literally wearing a locked belt around their waist, and it made it all, and that's really about the perverts at the church wanting to look at girls going across the stage talking about how they're celibate. You're absolutely, well, they've done studies where they put up billboards saying don't smoke, people smoke more. They say, oh, this is taboo, marijuana's taboo, people want to go out and smoke it. Anyways, you're right.
Yeah, so I think we just need to get back to the ground roots of parenting, and while my parents worked like slaves to pay taxes, they weren't good parents, and most of the people I've met had dysfunctional homes. And we keep talking about bringing the family back. Well, we're in error and we're off track when we concentrate on teaching our kids laws and legalisms. Don't drink, don't cuss, don't smoke, don't have sex, don't have drugs. None of that stuff is working. That celibacy class that Alex, that you were talking about, getting the ring, had they spent 6 weeks teaching what jealousy looks like, okay, you girls over here, you're acting jealous when you do this, because jealousy's crueler than the grave, and man, it is rampant in our nation. I run into that everywhere.
That's why you don't put the children in the public schools if you can, because it's so mean.
It's horrible, I know. So we could teach our kids, have a class on jealousy, and teach them, look, if you have a mate or somebody you're attracted to, and they're showing this red flag of jealousy, and they won't quit, that's a red flag. Don't be involved with that partner, because I was married to a lady that was very jealous for 10 years, but nobody had taught me these things because I was too busy being taught,
it's the same
don't
thing.
drink, don't cuss,
I'm
don't
teaching my
smoke.
children, when kids are mean to you or put you down, just don't be their friends.
Of course, move on.
Because that's somebody that wants to be mean. You want to find that one. I mean, you're blessed if you can find one or two really real friends.
That's right. That's right.
Well, society is getting more and more jealous, backstabbing, crazy. I mean, it's getting. Have you noticed how bad it's getting?
Oh, listen, my brother-in-law, who I went to the police academy with, we married sisters and we were best friends, and through the divorce, he flipped and wasn't my friend anymore, and him and I got into a fist fight over it, and the police had to break it up. It's so mean. My ex-wife, and I've got 2 daughters by her, Candy and I, the stepmother, want to get along. In fact, Candy's ex-husband, we barbecue with, help raise the kid together. We know how to get along in mixed families, but...
Stay there. We're about to come right back. We're going to overdrive as well. Get busted again. Volume 1, Volume 2. Never get rated. And this has got knowledge and information, dealing with the CPS trying to steal your kids, anything. Because you might just put a washer and dryer shooting heat out of your house. You're going to get SWAT teamed. I know one old lady who had a bunch of fish tanks because she was a retired professor that studied fish, and they looked at her power bill to see, well, one person lives here, and the power bill's way up here, and in Austin they use that as a way to rate her. Had you ever heard of that?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, well, I hadn't until a few years ago when I talked to her. But anyways, these are available at Infowars.com right now. We also have them comboed up with a Kevin Booth's American Drug war. Okay, in the main radio show time we have left, a little 3 or 4 minutes here, tell us about the Attorney General run. Tell us about where that's going and the TV shows that you're developing.
Okay, Joey Dobbin is a reporter, and Megan is his partner, and she is on the board of the Libertarian State, whatever that board is. They're going to help me campaign. They came to me thinking it would be a good idea to run for Congress again, and I talked to them about Attorney General, and they learned you do not have to be an attorney to be Attorney General. And we think that position, because we want to use any fame in Hollywood, any money we get, any political positions we get, to revamp the criminal justice system in Texas to help the prisoners first.
And you've got a chance. I mean, things would be much worse. Just 30 years ago, prisoners were slaves in chain gangs, and that was reformed. I mean, everything the government's doing is unpopular and unconstitutional. People can't say, oh, it's too hard, we can't fix it.
Oh, no.
I mean, even if you don't win, you're going to educate people.
Oh, absolutely. And if I don't get assassinated, which I don't think I will, and I win Attorney General's spot, get ready, because I am going to make changes. I don't have political issues. I make my own money with these films. I don't need their paychecks. I don't need to leverage the office of Attorney General, because Attorney General is the lawyer for the state of Texas. And right now, it seems the Attorney Generals in most of the states are busy using their team of lawyers and their law practice to handle corporate law problems to funnel money to other politicians. I don't need that. I don't want that. As Attorney General, I'm going to walk into those prisons. I'll have the power to walk into those prisons. I will have the power to examine lawsuits. To examine lawsuits. When a citizen sues a cop, the Attorney General takes a look at it. I will be able to go, no, this is a valid lawsuit. In fact, my team's going to go apologize to that citizen, settle out of court with a check.
Sounds like Bobby Kennedy.
Whatever it takes. I'm not
That's
sure
what
what
he did.
That's what I want to do. I want to get back to those citizens, because they are the engine of this country. We're the ones that are supposed to be running it. And frankly, I have no respect for the people that are in office.
We're going to have you back. Plus, you'll be doing a show here in the next few weeks and going to talk about it there. People can find out more at nevergetbusted.com.